Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Riki Raceway up here in Canada for the Husky Energy 200. It is race number 5 of Season 2 of the Mountain Dew Code Red Series. Connor Breton on the pole. Beside him, James Morton. Row 2, Colby Alves and Benjamin Tilton. Row 3, Austin Alves, Sean Harple. Row 4, Michael Amato, Nolan Bergeron. And in Row 5, Karen Vieira and Paul Sardinia. Last week's winner, Dylan Young, is going to be starting in 31st. And starting in the last row today is Caleb Hoffman and Michael Cavanero. So these guys will have 20 laps of racing here at this speedway / super speedway track. And it's really just a Russian roulette of who's going to be on the inside row coming out of turn 4 on the last lap. So let's see how these drivers do. Code Red Series hasn't been here since Season 1. Well, that was their Season 1. This is Season 2, so we'll find out who's going to win here today in a little while. So get ready to go green flag racing here in the Husky Energy 200. Since the last time we were here, which was the Cup race in Season 4, Kate Rogers and Chris Washer got injured in a huge crash here exiting the tri-oval. Now that yellow wall down there has been improved. It is just straight. It has a ton of safer barrier technology in it now. So there's safer barrier technology all along this track. Green flag is out. The Husky Energy 200 is underway. You can see the yellow walls right there on the left of the screen, right of the screen now. Yep, those walls are all safer barrier technology now. This track is completely safer barrier. As here, this is what we talked about. The Russian roulette. They could wreck, they might not, but right now, Colby Alves to the front with his brother Austin giving him a push. And Colby Alves will lead lap 1. Now Austin Alves to the bottom, Michael Amato behind him. So 6 and the 9 are buffing doors as they're going to go 3 wide here. Sean Harper below. So Austin Alves will lead lap number 2. Sean Harple second. Karen Vieira up to third. They're 3 wide in some small parts here. Right now, Austin Alves in the lead. Karen Vieira second, looking for the lead as she'll pull out in front of Steve Cavallo and Sam Rogers, who's in the 62 Chevrolet. There goes the garbage truck. Karen Vieira leading Steve Cavallo, looking underneath here. 3 laps down. Let's go on board with somebody here. Let's go on board with the 54 of Alan Cavanero. Currently on the inside line, just cracked the top 10 that past lap. It's Cavallo's to the front, and now we'll see Sam Rogers ducking low, looking for the lead himself. Brenda Rogers, Chris Carando, Peter Sands, Alan Cavanero, that's who we're on board with. As Sam Rogers will lead lap number 4. As they're 3 wide in the back. As Sam Rogers takes the lead, let's look back here as you can see how crazy 3 wide it's getting now. Just look at the helicopter view. Ace Rogers on the bottom here, 3 wide. About 3 or 4 rows of 3 wide cars back here. Then it's just all 2 wide, 2 wide, 2 wide. Sam Rogers still in the lead. Peter Sands up to second now. As these two have pulled away by themselves here. Single file now. Peter Sands looking for the race lead here. He's going to duck underneath the 62 Chevrolet. He will take the lead as him in the 62 swap spots. Here comes Nico Tringali and Cameron Harple in the 26 Toyota out of Rusty Wallace Racing. But the top three currently single file now as the 44 Nico Tringali is going to break out of the pack. And everybody is back to being too wide. Peter Sands leads. 6 laps down, 14 to go here on this 2.25 mile tri-oval. And you gotta also, I just realized these guys are still in 3rd gear. They have not cracked 4th gear. So these guys are running at the top of 3 gears right now. Zachary Fitzwater moving on up. There's Jim Morton, who won Watkins Glen. And they're starting to single file out. Kyle Collins now making his way up here to 6th place. Zachary Rogers moving on up here, but now he's going to be pushed 3 wide by Michael Cavanero. Now Jim Morton looking low on the 44. He's got Kyle Collins behind him. And those guys are actually in 4th gear now. These guys are still only in 3rd. And now Jim Morton's looking low on the 62 of Sam Rogers. Now he's got more cars behind him. He's got Michael Cavanero and Skylar Dixon as Jim Morton's going to take the race lead here on lap 9. As they start to pull away here now that they're in 4th gear. Zachary Fitzwater up here. You got 3 rookies. And then Jim Morton, a veteran, who's already won once this season. There's Kyle Collins. Peter Sands still trying to get in the 4th gear. He just finally did it. Now Ace Rogers and Chloe Baker are on the move up here. Nicholas Samudio in that 25 car. But Jim Morton leading a field of rookies right now behind him. He has a total of 5 rookies, 6 rookies behind him, 7 I think. Now Michael Cavanero looking down low for the race lead here. They'll be coming to 10 to go here. Michael Cavanero at a Driftin' Motorsports teammate, Zachary Fitzwater, Skylar Dixon behind him. As he leads, we're going to take a quick break and be back for the finish of the race. Back here at Riki Raceway, huge crash on the back straightaway. Caution flag is out. Leading it at the line will be Michael Cavanero. And I was just looking through the middle of the field and I saw somebody get turned. Huge crash here at Riki Raceway. Zachary Rogers was one of the ones involved initially. Philip Goldberg, Max Newworth, Nico Tringali, Paul Sardinia, Karen Vieira, Colby Alves. Huge crash. You got Sean Hopple involved. James Morton, Nolan Bergeron with damage. So let's take a look at the replay and see what caused our first caution of the day or night. So this all happens because Sam Rogers still hasn't cracked it in the 4th gear. Zachary Rogers tries to go low. Karen Vieira is there though, and they're just going to get together. And they're going to go up and hit the wall here. Nowhere for Philip Goldberg or Nico Tringali to go here. As you can see, the 74 spins. Everybody's trying to find the way out. Colby Alves getting spun out. Paul Sardinia, Max Newworth nowhere to go. There's Colby Alves gets pinned by the 5. 60 going up into the 40. Huge crash. Let's take some onboards here. First riding on board with Karen Vieira. Tough end to her day. Now riding on board with Nico Tringali. Tough break for him. Riding on board with Zachary Rogers. Two more on boards. Riding on board with Paul Sardinia. Tough break for him. Lastly on board with Caleb Hoffman. Watch how he makes his way through this wreck. Misses 3 cars barely every time. Wow, what a great job by the rookie. Getting ready to go back. Green flag racing here will be 5 laps to go. Drivers out of the race. Max Neuwirth, Nico Tringali, Paul Sardinia, Karen Vieira, Zachary Rogers, and Philip Goldberg. Your top 10 rundown coming to 5 to go. Michael Cavanero leads it, then Zachary Fitzwater second, Skylar Dixon third. That it's Driftin' Motorsports 1, 2, 3. And I think that's the only Driftin' Motorsports cars. Yeah, there's only 3 of them. Oh no, Nathan Rogers is in the 13, my mistake. Kyle Collins 4th, Chloe Baker 5th, Jim Morton 6th, Ace Rogers 7th, Peter Sands 8th, Nicholas Munoz 9th, and Robert Rogers 10th, rounding out the top 10. We've got probably 30 cars that are up to speed. Everybody's on the lead lap. 5 laps to go in the Husky Energy 200. Who's gonna win it? Green flag is out. We are on the way. 5 laps to go. Michael Cavanero with a good jump. Ace Rogers going out almost 3 wide. As he's going to go under teammate Jim Morton here. Ace Rogers could be looking for his first career win. The question is how fast can you get to 4th gear? 4th gear is the pivotal gear. Kyle Collins looking under. Skylar Dixon going to force his way underneath there. Coming up 4 more laps of racing here. Michael Cavanero, Zachary Fitzwater teammates out front. Here comes Kyle Collins out of Rusty Wallace Racing. Chloe Baker in the 8. Trying to win one for team owner Nico Tringali. Ace Rogers is there in 5th now. Now Chloe Baker's looking under the 29 for 3rd. Coming to 3 to go. And they're going to wreck! They wreck! Oh my God! Jim Morton! Caution flag is out. They're going to be racing to the 2 to go caution flag. Huge crash. Chloe Baker's looking underneath Michael Cavanero. She hit 4th gear. The race is over in a huge crash. Chloe Baker's gonna win here at Riki Raceway, her 2nd win on the season. Oh my gosh. And they are red flagging the race here under caution with 2 to go. The winner will be Chloe Baker, but red flag is out for all the cars scattered on the tri-oval. See, this is going to happen because Sam Rogers is faster than Kyle Collins. Kyle Collins running all the way up here, and Sam Rogers just gets a bit too close. And this is exactly what we saw in the Cup race last year. This time, 4 drivers, though, going down the track. Jim Morton hits that wall hard. Sam Rogers, Peter Sands. Look at the two-car up in the wall. Cavanero, Philip Tringali. Nowhere for them to go. Peter Sands gets T-boned by the 43 here. Horrible crash for the two of Jim Morton. And then this is where things start piling it up. You can see the 14's down here. Barrel rolling. Same with the 62. And then everybody's just got nowhere to go right here. And this is where the piling in begins here. You can see the 18 gets in the back of the 13, and it's just on from here as everybody's going to pile it in. Huge crash here, though, with 3 laps to go. And I don't know how Jim Morton's feeling. He went right into the catch fence. That catch fence did its job, though. Holy crap, what a crash. We're going to take a lot of onboards on this one. Start on board with Benjamin Tilton in the 18 Toyota. There's just no time to brake. On board with Caleb Hoffman in the 43. He's not going to make it through this one. Wow. Board with Alan Cavanero. Just nowhere to go for him. And he lands right on the 62. Board with Peter Sands. Huge crash for him. On board with Sam Rogers. On board with Kyle Collins. And he will end up upside down. On board with Philip Tringali. On board with Jim Morton. I don't know, that might be bad. Back here at Riki Raceway, as they're going to take the white and the yellow. Numerous drivers being airlifted to the hospital. Jim Morton, Philip Tringali, Kyle Collins, and a few others all being airlifted to the hospital. Expect the video before the Cup race. They might have the Cup race be at a different track, because we cannot just have these. Even though we put new safer technology, Jim Morton's crash there had a ton of spins in it, in the air, and it was just a very violent onboard crash, and you can imagine that he is probably not okay after a wreck like that. So there's going to be a meeting, NAMAR officials, and going to decide whether or not to have a Cup race here. Anyway, Chloe Baker out front in the lead. There are not many cars left here at all. We lost a ton of people. Right now, the cars on the track, Chloe Baker leading, Michael Cavanero second, Zachary Fitzwater third, Nicholas Samudio fourth, Ace Rogers fifth, Skylar Dixon sixth, Chris Grando seventh, Robert Rogers eighth, Cameron Gaddu ninth, Michael Amato is 10th, 11th Nolan Bergeron, 12th Austin Alves, 13th Cindy Vieira, 14th Mason Powers, 15th Brendan Rogers, 16th Sean Harple, 17th, Sheila Sullivan. Cindy Vieira may be going down the pit road again, unknown. Anyway, coming to the checkered flag, it's going to be Chloe Baker winning her second race of the season with that last turn pass on Michael Cavanero. And who knows if we'll be coming here in the Cup race or not. That was a huge, huge crash for Jim Morton. So Chloe Baker's going to win, and we will see you guys later in an update video on the result of this huge crash here.